What is going on, YouTube? What is going on, Kansas City? And what is going on, everybody? And welcome to the Beat of KC. Today, we're going to be talking about Kansas football, and we're going to be talking about the brand new football coach and Lance Leipold. And the reason is because I do honestly feel this is a hiring that needed to happen. Obviously, we understand that there was some stuff that happened with Les Miles. We're past that. We're now on to Lance. We're talking about the future of KU football. And this ship really does need to turn around. It needs to start heading in the right direction. And I do think with the new athletic director as well in Travis Goff, this is a direction that is very positive. And so I'm excited to talk about it. But one of the things I really want to cover is some things that I think Lance is going to have to really start to incorporate into this football program in order to really create success. So if you're interested in KU football, if you're interested in the head coaching hire of Lance Leipold, I suggest you stay tuned right after this. But before, ladies and gentlemen, we dive in and start talking about KU football, the new head coach, and a lot more, I ask that you guys smash that subscribe button, smash that like button, comment down below, and now it's time to get into the video. Let's go. I'm going to be honest with anyone who watches this video. I am a diehard KU football fan, and let's just be honest, guys, it's been rough for a while now. We've gone after coach after coach after coach. It seems like we've got that hire, and it just does not work out. We've gone through athletic directors. I mean, guys, this is something that, as a football fan, it's very frustrating. And just to see your program at the bottom every single year is very frustrating. But this is a video that is going to be a little bit uplifting. I'm very, very excited about this Lance Leipold hiring coming to us from Buffalo. You know, he does have great experiences at his previous schools. You know, he's won 6 national championships at the Division III level. He really brings a confidence. He is a player developer. I mean, that is what is exciting in itself. We do have to understand, though, the division, the conference we play in. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, we play in the Big 12. You're talking about air rating offenses. You're talking about some high perennial, schools. Just to name a few, you're talking about Oklahoma. You're talking about Texas. You're talking about Texas Tech. I mean, you're talking about Baylor, K-State. The list goes on and on and on. Iowa State has become very good at football as well. I mean, there really are a lot of good football programs. West Virginia. So the thing is we are in a very, very tough conference. And that's just something that you have to be able to compete in. And that's what I think Lance will eventually be able to provide KU. Some of the things we are going to talk about are his experiences, some of the things that he's been able to accomplish as a head coach. And then I'm going to talk about some things that I think he needs to develop here in the KU football program that I think have been missing for a long period of time. So let's dive in and let's talk about this hire of Lance Leipold. And, this is coming from a new athletic director in Travis Goff as well. So Lance Leipold, and this is from KUathletics.com when the hire actually occurred. So Lance Leipold, a 6-time national champion, a 5-time conference coach of the year, and the fastest coach in NCAA history to reach 100 career wins, has been named the 41st head coach in Kansas football history. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. Director of Athletics Travis Goff announced today, which it was the day that this hiring actually occurred, the two sides have agreed to a 6-year contract. Leipold arrives at Kansas after a successful 6-year stay at Buffalo, where his final 3 seasons he posted 3 straight winning seasons for the first time in 20 years. He won 24 games over the final 3 seasons, which included the 7-game shortened season, obviously due to the pandemic, which, in 2020, because the pandemic, marking the most successful 3-year run in Buffalo history. So right there, ladies and gentlemen, it shows you that he flashed success at Buffalo, and obviously we understand he won 6 national championships at the D3 level. So a proven winner with a strong track record for player development. I think that is a significant piece right there. That is something he's going to have to do when he gets into the program. I mean, you got to understand, like I stated in the open, ladies and gentlemen, he is in the Big 12 conference. You're facing perennial football programs. You're facing kids who are playing football year-round in some aspects. So he's definitely going to have to develop his players, and he's going to have to develop a system, which we're going to talk about. So continuing on, Leipold served as a head coach at Wisconsin-Whitewater for 8 seasons from 2007 to 2014, capturing 6 NCAA Division III national championships and tallying an astounding record of 109-6. That is very, very impressive. After taking over a rebuilding Buffalo program that went 7-17 in his first 2 seasons, Leipold put together a record of 30-16 over his final 4 seasons, including 3 bowl appearances and 2 bowl victories with the Bulls. Leipold is coming off a 2020 season at the Buffalo that brought unprecedented success to the program. The Bulls won a perfect 5-0 in the regular season and won the MAC East Division title for the 2nd straight year. Leipold's squad also beat Marshall in the Camellia Bowl for the program's 2nd ever bowl win and the 2nd as in many years. Buffalo also appeared in the Associated Press Top 25 at number 24 on December 6, 2020, marking the first time in school history the Bulls appeared on the national rankings. I think that's significant. The team finished the season ranked 25th in both the AP poll and the Amway Coaches poll. Leipold was named the MAC Coach of the Year for the 2nd time in his career after the record-breaking season. Buffalo also had 12 conference players in 2019, a season that culminated in the school's first ever bowl victory, a 31-9 win over Charlotte in the Makers Wanted Bahamas Bowl. The 2019 team featured one of the best defenses in school history. Mind you, Khalil Mack went to Buffalo, so that's something to think about. Buffalo ranked 7th nationally in total defenses, allowing 291.9 yards per game. The Bulls were also 4th nationally against the run, allowing 94.2 yards per game. So I'm not going to keep continuing to dive in a lot of this, but ladies and gentlemen, you guys are sensing exactly what capabilities Lance brings to KU. You know, he's bringing that mentality of success. Player development, again, is going to be a key thing for him as he continues to grow this program. Ladies and gentlemen, Lance Leipold is already starting to shake the tree, and he has yet to coach a football game at Kansas University. CBS released its coaches' Power 5 rankings, and Lance is in that. I mean, this is incredible. So we're going to dive into this. This article is written by KUSports.com, covering again the CBS Sports annual Power 5 coaches ranking. So Lance Leipold's first game leading a Power 5 football program is still months away. But the former Wisconsin-Whitewater and Buffalo head coach arrived at the University of Kansas with a strong enough reputation that he outranked 30 of his peers in the CBS Sports annual Power 5 coaches ranking. Leipold, who helped turn around the UB football program before taking the KU job, and then he directed, obviously, Whitewater to a 109-6 record and 6 Division III national championships in 8 seasons, debuted at the CBS Sports ranking at number 35. The way the rankings shook out amongst the Big 12 coaches, Leipold placed in the top half of the league. 5 of the conference coaches appeared lower on the list than Leipold. He finished just ahead of K-State's Chris Kleiman at 37, and also outranked West Virginia's Neil Brown 41st, Texas Steve Sarkisian, who is coming over from Alabama, at 46, and Texas Tech Matt Wells 60th, and Baylor's Dave Aranenda at 62nd. So as you guys can see, this is where he really kind of ranked amongst the Big 12. As you guys know, there are a lot of other teams. So the full rankings of the Big 12 is number 3 was Lincoln Riley at Oklahoma. Matt Campbell at Iowa State came in at number 9. Number 15, Mike Gundy at Oklahoma State. Gary Patterson at TCU, number 19. And then there's Lance right there at 35. Kansas, Chris Kleiman, 37, K-State. Number 41, Neil Brown, West Virginia. Number 46, Steve Sarkisian at Texas. Number 60 is Matt Wells at Texas Tech. And to wrap out the very end, number 62, Dave Aranenda at Baylor. So as you guys can see, Lance is in the middle of the pack, but it's significant because, you know, this is Kansas football. So there are 3 things that I'm going to cover that I feel Lance will have to, you know, in his tenure at KU football, he's really going to have to create. I mean, this is something that I don't feel any of the coaches prior to him were ever able to accomplish, and that's probably a part of why they got booted or because they decided to do some other things that were just not good for the program. And so I think Lance can bring some of this stuff. He just has to be able to incorporate it. He built a very good coaching staff around him. So number 1 is create a culture. And what I mean by that is he has to be able to create an atmosphere that players want to come and play for KU football. The reason I say that is because obviously we have in-state rival K-State, who pulls a lot of the players from, even the local area. And they pull them and they want to go play for K-State because of the tradition, because of the culture that is, there. So if Lance can continue to build an environment within the KU football program that is exciting, that once, kids want to go play for this, this team, and the crowd starts to develop, and we start to see a culture that is winning and exciting to be around, that's where you're really going to start to see this program turn around for a positive direction. Number 2 is going to be create an identity. That's one thing I also feel that this program has lacked for a long period of time. We have yet to really identify what this program even is going to be. Is it going to be a power running team? Is it going to be a power throwing team? Are we going to be defensively, heavy because of our coaching style? It just seems like it's changed all the time. You bring in certain coaches and they may have a style of running the football, or maybe they have, an RPO style, or maybe they're defensively, knowledgeable and they've, really feel confident in covering the defense and they need support on the offense. I just don't feel this team has ever, at least in a stretch of time, had an identity. We just don't know what to expect. We really haven't had a consistent QB there that has led the charge and has just been a solid piece since Todd Reesing, honestly. And really, I just think we need that from a head coach to create the identity of what his program is going to be, because you want this head coach to be here for a long period of time. I mean, that's the goal for any school, is to keep their football coach there as long as possible. I mean, perfect example is Nick Saban. Look what he's been able to accomplish year in and year out. And so the next thing that I really think needs to be done, this is much more than just football. This is going to be obviously from the new athletic director and Travis Goff. This program needs to develop new facilities. They really need to step it up from that aspect. So a lot of things you can look at from a recruiting standpoint. If I were to go to, just an example, to Texas University, and I see everything that is top notch, the facilities are next level, the players are able to get this, A, B, and C, and the facilities are this, that's something that's going to attract me as a player. If I go to KU and I see Memorial Stadium that has been upgraded for years and years and years, the fans just aren't there because it just isn't appealing. The parking is just terrible. I mean, obviously the parking and some of that stuff is out of the players' hands, but it's just really, in all honesty, what is more appealing, what is more appetizing as a player? So the facilities are going to need to be ramped up and really start to meet the way players view their recruiting and the excitement that comes with recruiting. Like, if I see flashy things and I'm presented with flashy things, there's going to be a good chance that I'm going to attend that program knowing that, I may be able to play there. Now, KU does offer some things that maybe some of those other programs don't, and that's the ability to start early on, because we've obviously gone through coach after coach after coach, and it's gonna come down to the ability that the players demonstrate on the field. So those are the 3 things I really want to see. I'm going to recap that again. I think we need to obviously create a culture, we need to create an identity, and we need to upgrade the facilities. I appreciate you swinging by and checking out this video on the brand new head coach, Lance Leipold of KU football. Super excited. I can assure you this will not be the last video on this head coach or this program, by no means. I'm going to continue to cover it on this channel, as I am a lot of these KU athletics, like basketball and everything like that. So super excited about the program's, revamp, and just to see it become something positive for once. I do appreciate you swinging by and checking out this video on the Beat of KC. As always, have a good day.